Hi Pisces, welcome to your oracle reading for September. And I decided to do something new this month that's not only for September, but it's going to go throughout the whole year. So it's a big reading based on your life purpose and career. So just seeing what are some of the general themes that will occur for you this year in regards to your career and life purpose. So, just to break down career and life purpose, a life purpose doesn't necessarily mean that you will be getting paid for something that you do naturally. So I'll give you an example of this. Your career and life purpose could be two different things completely. So how you get paid to, pay the bills or the job you choose to do on a daily basis could be totally different from what spirit has intended for you to do in your lifetime. Okay? And if you choose to merge both together, like if some people do mix their calling with whatever you call it, life purpose calling, and mix it into their career, bringing them a bonus. But either way, I do believe you will fulfill what you need to fulfill in this lifetime. So there's no rush. You are always on purpose. So don't be afraid thinking you haven't found your path yet or anything like that, because it's all a part of the journey, okay? You've heard the saying before, not the destination. As you go along, you will collect information, you'll meet people, and slowly you'll connect the dots and figure out near the end, why it is you did what you did and how it all worked out, okay? So, for example, you could be, let's say, a salesperson or a construction person and you get paid for that. But, your actual life purpose is to help your friends and your family by giving great advice. So a lot of people may come to you for that. So that's the difference between your career and life purpose, okay? And you're just as much living on like purpose and in value. You're of value to other people in your life. So don't forget about that, okay? Let's see here. All right, so overall what I'm getting in your reading, you have spiritual teacher, practice, travel, healer, time to decide, and music. Now, looking at spiritual teacher and healer and music, actually, I'm getting a sense that a lot of you are really fascinated with the healing arts, okay, as a career, or maybe doing it part-time or as a hobby. But it's coming out strongly. You have the ability to heal others through your seminars, classes, your sessions, your workshops. So if there's a lot of people coming to you for advice and you help them with your words of wisdom, and it's just weird how you know things, but you do, and you let them know. Sometimes you even shock yourself. So people come to you for advice. They trust you to give them an open ear, to listen to them. Okay, give them a shoulder to cry on. And you're the sign of all signs that have lived many lives, okay? Because you're the last sign of the zodiac. So you're very compassionate and you're sensitive, and the feeling of each person, what stage they are in their life. You pick up everybody's energies, okay? So you're really good at feeling where people are coming from. And that's something you could use to your advantage in this life as a counselor. I'm seeing it's kind of like a guru image, like you have all the wisdom inside you waiting to share to the world. So you bring blessings to clients and readers or listeners if you're using social media, radio, maybe through the written word, through blogs. People are out to seek for your advice and guidance because of your trustworthy nature. And you're very good listener. So you sit and you listen to people. And what's really important with you is that you don't judge them, because you know where they're coming from. You could actually put yourself in other people's shoes, okay? So anything like holistic healing, especially with the healer card underneath, maybe things like Reiki, aromatherapy, helping people through herbs and alternative medicine, how to heal themselves, is something that's of interest to you. Now, the healer card, it could also involve being in the medical field. So you'd be really great at that. Perhaps as a nurse or a doctor or anything like that in a hospital. It could be in a nursing home, even physiotherapy, anything like that. So like I mentioned before, alternative healing is something that's very attractive to you. Compassionate and intuitive. You're also very observant to human behavior. So you're very, you pay attention, okay? So you have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. So if this career path is something that's calling to you, definitely go after it, because these are confirmation cards, okay? So these cards came out for you for a specific reason, okay? So you have the ability to pass on knowledge or any wisdom to those around you. And I'm getting here maybe something of tradition in your culture, or something that you've done as a child with your family, maybe even in your religion or anything like that. A certain ritual that you have can also benefit a crowd of people. So even take your time to look at your roots, where you've come from, the places you've come from. They could hold the secrets to something you could use in your healing practice or as a spiritual teacher, okay? All right, and practice, okay? This comes up strongly. Practice and time to decide. So I feel like a lot of you, perhaps you're a bit undecisive and you have a lot of options you're trying to decide. So ask yourself what it is that you want. How do you wish to chase what it is that you want? How do you picture your life? So ask yourself these questions, and maybe make a pros and cons list of perhaps two different careers you're trying to decide on, or maybe it's two different companies. But really base your decision on your heart's true desires, okay? Because I could see you facing too many options. So a lot of you, I feel you're trying to link your art with the healing, okay? So I'm seeing a lot of music therapy and art healing happening here, okay? So you're trying to be very, differentiate yourself from the rest of the crowd or whatever someone else is doing. So you know how you can be different out there and merge into your spiritual or healing practice something that somebody else isn't doing already, okay? But overall, let's say you're trying to decide between two careers, like one would make more money, but the other one you'd meet more interesting people, even though it gives you less money, and you would have more fun, or it's more exciting. For me, I always say go with that one there, the second choice, okay? So that's what I mean with make a decision based on your heart's true desires. Really go after what it is you're looking for and how you want to live a happy life. Okay, so there's going to be some questions, you want to ask yourself. Put yourself in your work position, like picture yourself how it is waking up each morning, how you are working with the people around you. What kind of people do you want to work with? Okay, what kind of environment are you looking for? Is it like a small place, or is it a place that's huge? Maybe you don't even want to be stuck in one environment. Perhaps you want to travel from place to place. So these are all questions that will really help you on figuring out what it is that you want, what it is you value. So in order to find what it is that you want and the career path that you want to follow, you need to look at your interests, your talents, and your values that you have in the world, okay? So do you, maybe a job requires you to be there 24/7, but you value family time, and they won't let you have a chance with spending time with your family. So this is something that's a value, okay? So if family is a priority for you, then something else is in the mix for you that you need to figure out, okay? But here we have general themes. So I did mention travel, okay? And travel is, it's saying here, your life purpose involves traveling. Traveling can come in different forms. This card has a lot of definitions. So it could be physical traveling where your life involves maybe even hospitality, airplanes. It could be you're working in, you know, the tourism hotel industry where it has to do with travel. It could be, you know, trains, ships. You could be working in an environment that allows you to travel. You could be living in your own hometown and traveling work to work, okay, or town to town. It could be that. Sales usually comes up with this type of card. Computer programmers. What else? Yeah, you could be going country to country. But overall, technology is a big factor in this card. So it could be that most of your work is happening through social media. So it could be like a YouTube channel. It could be that you created a blog. It could be anything at all that you're working through social media and you're connecting to many people out there in the world. So you're attracting a lot of clients through your online business. So if that's something that you're focused on doing this year, then this is a card that's validating that for you. Okay, so this is great here. The other thing that comes with this card is, you know, maybe a life experience involving travel, like maybe you're done school and you want to take a year to explore and travel. This is also a part of your life purpose. Maybe you want to backpack throughout Europe or whatever. But some traveling experience will inspire you and connect you with like-minded people in order for you to get more clarity on what you want to do in your life. So I hope you could see the difference here with life purpose and career, okay? So this is a big life purpose. You know, your life purpose can involve you taking a trip for a year and you changing your whole perspective on how to live your life. Your whole lifestyle changes. So many things can come out and unravel outside of after traveling. So you know which card applies to you. Who knows? You might be even playing an instrument in different countries and moving around playing music. So that's something that just came to me now. But overall, with the practice card, and look at this, these two are connecting, the music and the practice card. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. I do feel a lot of you Pisces, you're very musically connected. So the music card, you know, composing, singing, anything like that, learning a new instrument. You could be thinking of, you know, joining a course or getting lessons or even teaching others how to play an instrument. But overall, if this is not a part of your career, your life purpose is to use music as a form of your meditation in order to get inspired and get more clarity on your path moving forward. So it's amazing how some of these things come out. So I see a lot of, looking at your whole spread, I see a lot of healing, healing arts mixed with maybe music therapy or holding a session, especially if you're like a psychologist or something like that, where you're bringing in music as a form of therapy. And bringing in music even in, if you're working in a hospital, it could be using music to calm people down, and to, if it's an aggressive environment, you could be using music in that that form. So it's really beautiful, some of the things that you have in your spread, and it's a very soothing and calming spread overall. Like, it shows me that you are a very gentle person and you bring a lot of loving energy and calm energy to those around you. And you really do raise the vibration of the planet. You give a lot of love, and love is the main thing that we're all striving to do. We're here to raise the vibration of the planet, and, you know, for people to live in their most abundant and joyful, authentic selves. So by doing that, you know, each person raises their energy, and overall it has an effect on the whole planet. So this is something you're going to be a part of, whether you're doing it as a career or you're sharing it just with those close to you, okay? That's going to have an effect on each person you come into contact with. But practice your skills, okay? And anything that you wish to do, you need to take some time, maybe devote yourself an hour a day, maybe 4 hours in the week. You decide on the time that you need to take in order to master something, okay? And polish your skills. So you really need to put some effort into that, because sometimes, we get lazy, we procrastinate. The ego is really big on telling us, you can never do this, you're not good enough. And don't think, you have to master something to start it. You're going to learn along the way. You're going to get guidance as long as you just start, okay? And sometimes this ego might even say, you might be too old to do this now. You're never too old, okay? As long as you're still living on this planet, you're never too old. The only time you're too old is when you die. But even then, my belief is you'll continue it into the next life. If you haven't achieved something in this life, there's still room in the next life, okay? So pick something that really interests you and you feel strongly about, and focus to dedicate your time on that, okay? So we switch careers many times in our life. So if you have a lot of things that are interesting to you, write them down. So put 10 different personalities or 10 different career paths you would love to try, and ask yourself what you can devote yourself at this moment in time. Which life would you choose to devote all your energy in, okay? So really beautiful here. And make sure by listening to music and, searching genres, even on your spare time, if it's not, you're not getting money in it, music brings you to a higher dimension and it connects you with the divine. And when you do that, you'll get messages of clarity, okay? And ideas and inspirations. So make sure, if you're working too hard, take some time for an hour or half an hour even to indulge yourself in these passions of yours, because they will have rewards. And by practicing over time, you will become a master, okay? A lot of people feel there's no time ever. They leave their jobs and they're really tired, but you do have time. You'll notice, because you'll catch yourself, once you come home from your day job or whatever you do, you'll notice yourself. Maybe you're on the computer for a long time. Maybe you're watching TV and 2 hours, 3 hours go by. So within that time, you could squeeze in something that will help you along your path, okay? So I always feel there's enough time. So this practice card, it's coming here in the middle because I do feel it's very strong for you to really focus this year to dive into a subject matter that you feel passionate about. Okay, so anything else that I missed, or any jobs that I didn't mention that any of you feel that needed to be mentioned, feel free to write it in the comment section. That would be great to inspire others who are seeing this video, and maybe they could search on something they haven't heard of. So any career path or life purpose or anything at all. So I would love this to be an interactive, collaborative kind of reading. I'd like that in all my readings, but this is something, people do stress a lot about their career. It's something that's very important. The work that you do, it's something you're going to have in your life, every day. You see it more than friends, family. So if you're happy in this area, then it will balance everything else out, and it will bring more happiness to your family. People will see you being happy. They'll gain more strength. So it changes everything if you're happy in the work you do and you're passionate for that. So really feel free to write down anything that comes to your mind. And if you'd like a personal reading, if you need more clarity, I have my link below. It's in my Etsy shop, so you could get a life purpose and career reading. And it's pretty cool because I mix astrology and numerology in there. So it gives you a bit of a mix of everything I do. And it's interesting to see things connect. So I'm curious what you would get personally. Overall, have a good month and have a great year. You could reflect on this the whole year. And there'll be more surprises too throughout the year. So keep posted, and I'll see you for your general reading next month. Bye bye.